because in the decades that followed her death, her family released her most intimate letters.
I'm in pain.
It's so good to see you!
You're not going to believe this.
What?
Sit back.
Award. When will you join in? Veet Easy Wax. What beauty feels like.
Surprise! Que fais-tu dans mon appartement?
Prada Candy, the new fragrance by Prada.
Like erectile dysfunction, or like having to go more frequently or urgently, symptoms of BPH.
And wait for the body to heal itself.
Way back, nearly 16 years ago, when we excavated...
Clear?
Yeah. Other injuries were probably but not conclusively post-mortem, so not gored.
She has lots of periods.
Not conclusively post-mortem.
I remember riding the long way home with my dad.
I remember the Dalton Road dance troupe.
Alex, that fact alone must make his second retirement party in 2 days more memorable. When you've led a club so successfully for so long, no one can really begrudge you more than one.
Suntan lotion is good for me. You.
Right. Just kept alive by Lowe.
I'll have your offer, Mom.
Pride. Always part of your considerable attraction. Pride.
So they searched the area for us, as well as provided a little bit of a safety net there, some security.
It's always right to seek help and advice. Meningitis has got fairly specific signs and symptoms. Stiffness in bright light is actually painful to the child's eyes.
Thank you to the thousands of women that have already entered Cancer Research UK's Race for Life. But cancer still isn't getting the message. Let's
O'Reilly!
What?
Shall I call him?
No, I'll do it. I'll call him. You go and see if the roof's still on.
The chicken to have lived a life before I eat it. Now the first sign of trouble. I don't care if that chicken, if the first light it ever sees is the little light in my oven.
This is Gabrielle Aplin with her beautiful debut album, English Rain, featuring the #1 single, The Power of... Her beautiful debut album.
But I went to a friend of mine's recently. She said, come round and I'll cook all your favourite food. And I thought, what a lovely thing to do for somebody. So, of course, I went round and we had a lovely time. She cooked all my favourite food as promised. And then about 3 hours later, we're sitting on the sofa, and out of nowhere, she just went, I don't think my lady parts look like other girls' lady parts.
Cat. That's why I give her Sheba.
I mean, ever.
And now, discover new Sheba Fresh Choice mini pouches. Smaller portions, that freshly opened taste every time.
Byline.
What's this?
I've launched a detection program.
finest home brands. Why not spruce up your home this spring? Asda, saving you money every day.
The police look,
U.S. Marshal, drop your weapon.
but he finds.
When I set out to find something now, I either find it or I die trying.
The
Grape, apple, and raspberry juice with refreshing sparkling water. Fruitiers is full of fruity bubbles with no added sugar, artificial colours or flavours, and it's one of your child's 5 a day. That's what makes Fruitiers.
And I will take it.
We are all sinners.
Should be not practice thinking, is it as bad as it feels?
That says a statement that nobody cares in here. What is this? Look at that.
This is 2 days ago.
What do you mean 2 days ago?
2 days ago. This is Tuesday.
Sam.
It's too dark to collect wood and you've burned everything pregnant in your lunch hour. Oh.
Embrace your past, but live for now.
Do the jobs that most of us don't have the stomach to do, from those who dress the goriest wounds to pathology.
I put the laptop right back down.
And later.
There's a lot of cars that are not being worked.
I thought shortcuts were supposed.
Time to die. Son. I'm not your son. Goodbye.
She's Mr. Breakfast.
Fair enough. We've all done it.
Emma.
No, I know. I was in a rush.
Helps at hand, Em. Nutrigrain granola slices.
Nutrigrain?
It's new. It's got all the good stuff of a Kellogg's cereal, but without the bowl.
Dempsey's had less than a day to target the director. He'll have been sloppy. Left a trail.
Go, Phoebe. Nice and calm today. Karen, I've got a cat with no pulse here. I need adrenaline and an IV line. Quick as you can, please.
Three times a week.
Treadmill, working out and getting a trainer.
And it's paid off. Check out Brit's sleek, toned body now.
Once they get out of the vagina, they...
And take care of it?
And quarantine want to inspect their 2 large boxes.
I need help. It's too heavy.
What's wrong with it? I need to look in.
That's Hanya Rizzo. She's no intention of buying a rug, but she's there every day.
Did I say Kiva?
So dead.
Look what I'm working with.
Wel, oedd y bown o ddigwydd rhywbryd. Mae brwdfrydedd corwyntol Mia yn ddigon cryf I dynnu'r dysgwr mwyaf anhebygol gyda hi ar ei thaith drwy'r wyddor.
Stop completely.
I was told that was one of the side effects of the injection. It could stop you from having a period. I didn't have a period at all.
Well done.
From having a period. I didn't have...
Time, Gemma is prepared for the operation. But
Booking tickets in advance on a trainline.com could save you a heap of cash!
Be sensible. Safe with...
Look better. My body, my engine. My body, my engine.
Meals, I assume. And kitchen shears, used exclusively for cutting the mustard.
A bridge that was deemed unsafe to drive across is now supporting 30 tons.
Where's Alison? She's not feeling well.
Warning, failure to look after man's armpits may lead to malfunction.
Here's a nice piece of shit.
My, oh my, wait till old man Clemens realizes it's tobacco.
Life of Crime. Friday at 9 on ITV and catch up on ITV Player.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Instructions for the modern man.
Looked like the orca had surrounded a seal who was stranded on a small ice floe.
The family of orca is in hot pursuit of a lone crab-eater seal.
Where you are, and you realise you're at home, and you go, yes! I've done it again.
Całą okolicę. Maria lubiła ten pokój ze względu na piękny widok.
Maybe. And then I'd just be alone again. 3 years is long.
Sorry, I didn't want to call you so late.
No.
Then that's when they told me really why they called me.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my mystery guest!
What's up? Nothing. Right. Camera sorted? Yep. Transmitter's inside the...
After the recent art thefts in Toronto and Berlin, we can 100% guarantee...
Blow pop, 2 Red Bulls, bag of corn nuts, and lottery tickets. He was drunk and passed out. She had to do something. Okay, right? Yeah. Jeff doesn't drink those, does he?
Yeah.
Asta, saving you money every day.
For me, it's about the 3 things. Service, service, service.
Alfredo, pronto. Multi-car discount. For multi-car insurance, take the direct line.
Now, it doesn't make any difference who's lying and who's telling the truth. If the FBI is nosing around, Gary, and by implication, Sid and Abby are incriminated in a very big operation.
While gendarmes searched for fifth columnists behind the lines, Gamla reacted by sacking 20 or so of his friends.
To the best of my knowledge, he never received any permit to dig in Jerusalem.
The bottle or in the cask.
An expert on these beautiful insects.
How you getting on, Mark?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
They seem to me to be very gutsy insects.
They are indeed. I mean, they the insect world, especially around here, each of their 4 wings moves independently, so they.
Our cycle of tides happens because the moon's gravity tugs at the ocean.
Successful of these bins since you've been manufacturing
They're
them?
very successful. We have nearly 700 sets on cars.
700 sets. These bins since you've been manufacturing
They're
them?
very...
Here on the continent at around 1740. You open up your history book.
They're devastated. They just don't know what happened to her. They really didn't think she'd be dying at the age of 28.
He's to the treatment room.
He's got so much hair, and you need to search in all the little orifices around his bum, in his ears, around the mouth. Haircut to try and find the tick. It's too early to tell exactly.
It's now low tide. We're isolated. The nearest village an hour away.
Protein through the diet. So the muscles are being broken down to provide protein. The heart is a muscle. So as a result, the heart's going to break down as well. It's going to become smaller. It's going to become...
Said they couldn't find DNA in it. They were physicists who were not used to dealing with plant cells and didn't have the...
Love you, bye.
They offered me something that I need to think about, a job.
During the long winter months of 1942 into 1943, a supreme effort was required by the forces of both the Army Group North and Army Group Center to...
How many people have ever heard of the Salem witch trials?
Yeah.
Tonight, we've kind of put you guys to the test.
You can keep track of it.
The tag is working.
And it was crazy good, man. Jay showed Steve exactly what we used to do with the record, how he used to mix it so he could rap it.
Stay away from Craig. He can't do that.
With the biggest storm of the season slamming the pass, no truck means no money.
Jay, while Jay was there showing him, hey, when do you get to hear me? And Jay was...
Or where they can go temporarily and then move on when they want. Then the problem is just going to continue with illegal encampments and all the problems that entails.
If anything, all I do is just get more frustrated.
I didn't see you try once.
Just because I didn't do it in front of everybody, they didn't make it a public affair, I used them.
Sergeant Jack Werner and the Scouts are hiking to a valley at the northern end of Attu Island. Their mission is to prevent the Japanese from retreating once two larger American forces land in the bay and push forward.
Hit me with the chair.
He hit me so hard.
She has a very, very bad temper.
The line between love and hate
He starts choking me. I can't breathe. He couldn't get away.
can be as fine as a knife's edge.
I grabbed the knife and
I started receiving impressions.
Agriculture. Rather than grow their food, they plan to buy most of it from the Indians, using what they called trinkets. Kelso's team finds piles of beads, bells, and scraps of copper brought for trade.
World to help themselves.
So, the big game. What you betting, Stan?
Just looking now, James. I've had one of my feelings.
So, here we go.
I reckon they'll go 2 goals down, and then, after a cheeky in-play bet, come back to win 3-2 header!
Dream on. 50-1. Hang on. No, mate, it's written in the stats. 1-0 home.
cake.
And I need it in an hour.
The cakes have never been higher, baby.
We want you to make the biggest ever cake.
Ah, yes, I can.
Chocky wacky doodah. Starstruck.
Ooh, chocolate and cake.
Sundays at 9. New and exclusive.
Quite a light room, isn't it? You know, for the small windows, I think it's quite light. Fireplace is nice. We wouldn't have to do anything.
In one easy step.
Your car is a sitting duck. It could be taken when you least expect it.
Moose's everyone's favourite secret.
All your favourite content streamed live onto one screen. The new HTC One. Available at 3.
They've indicated a much larger problem.
The condition's so serious that her local hospital is no longer handling the case. She's been referred to the Children's Hospital at Great Ormond Street in London. We'll be back with Charlotte later when the doctors investigate
Defense technology and SPF 15, and inspired by 20 years of research. It helps stimulate surface skin cell renewal.
I can feel it working. My skin looks fresher, full of life.
Here's the thing, no one likes missing anything. That's why I'm thrilled now that you can get catch-up on your TV via...
Or you did see something. I want you to stand up if that's you, 12 and under. Any of the children here, if you saw something as you were waiting and praying.
I went over there to visit Dad once. I didn't know he'd left town yet. You know, I thought he was still there, and I knocked on the door, and I knocked and knocked, and there was no answer, and I looked through the window. And I knocked on the door, and I knocked and knocked, and there was no answer.
Yeah, she was.
All right, tell me when to stop.
Okay,
Justin
stop.
Bieber and Troy and Belisario.
For someone off the telly, I'm rubbish at the celebrity thing.
Are you gonna have to buy this?
Try the date.
Horrible for his digestive system.
Wow, he is just crying.
I've been waiting all night for you. What's my name again? Hattie, 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 Head.
We've graduated to a whole new level. Faster.
Check it out, check it out, check it out. Used to have a pig. This evening, your face as you were leaving.
guess that's just
wine, seasoned wood.
We weren't doing anything.
Neither were we.
Quartet.
You can
For this problem. CP12 eliminates the sulfur gases which lead to bad breath and is effective for 12 hours.
For someone off the telly, I'm rubbish at the celebrity thing.
At 1246 Hartwood Lane.
Full and uncomfortable. Senecot contains natural senna that works naturally while you sleep for relief by morning.
Socks are feeling a bit tight today. Pinching.
Spicy peri-peri chicken, delicious and from Weight Watchers. But let's not wait for the weekend. When you've got ultimate steak burgers or pork belly.
Simmons! Leo, wake up!
Well, Motherwell manager Stuart McCall has won the Clydesdale Bank's SPL Manager of the Year award. It was Hibernian striker Lee Griffiths who won the Player.
Already ridden it at the start of the year. He checked out the tramway roads, the first category of the year.
AJ trying to get to the rope. Coach Paul, we're going to have a new champion.
No. Coach says no.
That is the end of that. Palermo are relegated from Serie A.
That defeat for Palermo completed the relegation.
United.
At the side of Ali's left eye. He had the same trouble against Ron Lyle 6 weeks ago in Las Vegas.
Just come together, but certainly the handball, you have to say we did get the rub of the green there, because I've seen him given. There was no intent by Lucas, but it clearly it is.
The gap's still 17 seconds with 10 minutes remaining, so that's
for him to take over. Assistant manager Brian Kidd will take charge for the remaining 2 games of the season starting tomorrow at Reading. Well, former Manchester City player Danny Mills believes the sacking is a result.
Of course, is that's Florence, I think, and
yeah, it says there.
Yeah, and it's also based in Istanbul. So and
a collapse near Dakar. Now, searchers say they've reached the basement and no longer believe anyone is alive in the rubble. The last survivor.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, and I thank the Minister for his answer. The Committee for Department for Education.
Bowie remake is a song he recorded entirely in space. His YouTube videos are instant classics on all aspects of life in space, from eating to washing to waste management to toothbrushing. Does a lot of work for kids. On Earth, he's a fearless test pilot who's flown 70 different types of aircraft. In space, he has made history. Tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, he lands back on Earth, returns to Canada a hero after a spectacular 5-month shift as commander.
All year round, from all over Russia and from abroad.
Fishing here is excellent. There's
their investigation report before the court, it appeared that the MLA, local MLA, had direct
contact with the officer in charge of the police station where the customer.
Looking forward to, and when it happened, I couldn't be there. It was not easy starting out something different. I don't know how many doors are open, and people were like,
assert some of that control and will try to have his own India and Afghanistan and United States policy, okay, and that could antagonize some inside the military as well.
Can he?
読んでますけども、ある程度こう応用するというアプローチでやってきてます。で、福祉機器というともちろんそういう
And your parents had it best.
Yeah, you're right. My folks are pretty cool. I come back here!
Four. I'd say
Give a turtle a home. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Saturdays at 9.
To Krabs' office and tell him. Deep down, he really wants to run in the race. But where can he be?
Whisked away on an unforgettable adventure holiday. In association with the spectacular new movie, Epic. Hello. Pick up a leaflet in-store and enter online for your chance to win with Baby Bio.
So now everyone has a reason to smile. It's called Keeping Britain Smiling. Show what makes your child smile today.
Hey, where'd everybody go?
That's for me. Here, set it down. Go give me Dad's big spoon. I can't get enough of this.
Oh, no, I'm coming.
it's time for Happy Monster Band World Tour.
Mamma mia, Raoul!
Me! I'm very hungry! My blood sugar is dangerously low!
Exercise interrupted by short bursts of intense effort. But Shanti turned that on its head with
I have a couple of things that you've loved already this hour. Now, firstly, we had the crinkled tunic.
Look, that wonderful sort of returning your tyres back to the black colour.
You can order 2 Insta barriers for the amazing low price coming up on your screen. That's 2 for...
In those butterfly bags.
They're fitty little things.
Now, we are going to go... What price are we at there, Arnie? You're in charge.
Let's do.
There's no filling out competition forms or looking for ways to win online, just hoping that one day the winner would be you. Win 20.
Offering off some of the most exceptional brilliance, and we're at $22.99. I still have.
Now, coming up, still to come, we've got Andalusite. Woo!
ओ शम्मी का शर्माना अच्छा शर्मिला का दिल चुराना
मेरा दिल तुम्हारा हो चुका है
सुहाने मौसम में गुनगुनाना क्या चाहते हो वहाँ जाकर एक शाम बिताना
ऐसा मौका फिर कहाँ मिलेगा
An Evening in Paris. मंगलवार 14 मई सिर्फ 7 पर
शुरू होने वाली है
जिन्होंने अपना फैशन कलेक्शन लॉन्च कर दिया है।
अरे प्रेत आ गया, चलो।
अबे प्रेत नहीं, प्रीत है मेरी। नीचे बैठ, मंत्र पढ़। राहुल, गिफ्ट रैप करके लाया? नाइस। वो भाभी जी गिर गई थी, बेहोश हो गई है। क्या? ये सब छोड़, तू जल्दी कर, पीछे डीके आ रहा है। डीके? अब फिर तू आप आजा।
पिंडदान कौन कर?
kayak.co.uk/hotels and compare hundreds of hotel sites in seconds. You could save 35% or more. Kayak. Search one and done.
Le Conseil de sécurité des Nations Unies condamne le double attentat perpétré samedi en...
5 seconds of love. Come on.
I was only 5 and I didn't know any better.
Okay.
I'm not sure I really knew who she was. I just
Get to
was
the point.
told...
Can we get to the point? Point.
Relationship blossomed.
They were together when Marie's name was put forward for a second Nobel Prize in chemistry.
You afraid of our germs?
Yeah, I would wait all night.
We're looking through.
Alrighty. Bad treatment. Bad health. Bad bed. Bad food.
Let me have a look at this slide.
Good food. Good bed. Good health. Good treatment. Good owner. Good home. Good dog. For rescue dogs, the right nutrition is the first step to a brighter future. So we're donating 1 million meals this year.
Oh, the next one. Yes.
Hello.
Okay, NAL.
Rob, 25 from London.
25?
Yeah.
Well, it's to do with a soon-to-be auction letter has revealed that on the eve of his fatal victory at the Battle of Trafalgar, Nelson was preoccupied trying to stop people using emergency onions.
What emergency?
I don't think they've got my number.
They have. You're in the Iron Lady.
If I had a different nose, I don't think they know it was me.
Interrogation tips from...
You want to be in charge of the Red Chair?
Well, entirely up to you, sir. I'm no Mr. Hijack.
This affair showed that she was a sexual being. And the reason why that was so damning for her in ways it would not have been for a man was because it showed that her science was not nearly as saintly as...
There'll be patchy rain in northern and western areas of England. Tomorrow the rain will become more persistent across England and Wales.
Fix what's broken in a very important relationship before you break it off.
But in the past hour, the Tory MP for Aldershot, Sir Gerard Howarth, told Phil Williams that's simply not true.
We have already finished. Unemployment will finish. Poverty will finish. Illiteracy will finish.
Up to the line and over the line for the try.
Tennis. Explosive forehand. He's looking mean, looking menacing.
The one Satie piece that everyone knows and likes is the Gymnopédie.
So, farewell now, cowards. Know you I would scorn to die amongst your company.
It doesn't appear to have worked. The Tory MP John Barron had led the calls for more than just a prime ministerial pledge to
They will have to carry out independent inspections at factories and pay for repairs.
If you tarry in me, if you do not depart from me, and my words do not depart from you, with most people still wanting to upgrade to a phone or a contract package that will allow them to skim the internet using 4G.
You know, it says here, I mean, the brutal city of Brand, the Italian failure, and it has been a failure.
But it's just the devil in me, the devil that's calling us to come undone.
Alright, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps.
Tomorrow evening at already relegated Reading. 2 second-half goals.
And it's the
Watford at Wembley on the 27th of May. Great Britain that looks after your children with suspicion. And is there anything that can be done to prevent this type of crime? The immediate reaction when we talked about this earlier was, of course, well, no, there's nothing that can be done. And then in that sense, you're working on the basis that then people are born evil and ready to commit pretty, well, actually, huge.
If you say run, I'll run with you. Marry my girl, be my fairy to the world, be my very own constellation. I can feel the eye in your feet. Far beyond the pale horizon, someplace near the desert stand. The sorrow from my heart.
For a day, and I had so many messages of goodwill. It was very sweet. I was quite moved.
Vocal cords are okay now.
I lost my voice. I mean,
I think I think for me, it's the most important thing that you can do in your life.
I think it's a real personal thing. I think it's here, and I can't explain it.
It was rediscovering yourself.
To be the end.
Sometime white, blue, red.
An elephant.
Discover the Palin effect yourself.
I think it actually really does exist.
Watch Palin's Planet.
The same sweet smiles, the same sad tears, the cries at night, the night.